name is David Matney with Nebraska Realty. In today's video, I'm going to tell you another story. And this story is about, it's about 12 years old. Okay. And it has to do with activity and time. Okay. When you first list your home is when the best time is it for it to sell. Okay. And I'll illustrate that with this story. Okay. And like I said, this story is about 12 years old. Anyway, this was right before and right during the market crash of 2008, 2009, in that time frame. And anyway, at that time, there were over 6,000 homes on the market versus now there's about 2,000 homes on the market. So it was a buyer's market back then versus now it's a seller's market. So back then it was a good time to be a buyer. All right. And at that time, 20% of the homes listed did not sell. They were expired listings, okay? So as opposed to now, it's less than 3% of the homes expire. So homes that are listed now are selling, all right? But back then, 1 out of every 5 homes that were listed did not sell. They expired. So I worked expired listings, okay? And this typical listing, they started out at $220, okay? And when it didn't sell, and he went through 9 other agents, and I was number 9. And when I interviewed for the job, the last time it expired was at 180. So he started out at 220, then he went down to 180. And I said, hey, I started asking questions, and turns out he got an offer for 205, and he didn't take it because he didn't want to give it away. Well, I applied for the job, and he hired me. And lo and behold, what do you think we sold it for? We sold it for $135, okay? So as time goes by, time is not your ally in listing a property. Your best time on the market when it was first listed, he got an offer for $205. He would have sold it for that, okay? But because he didn't want to give it away, he ended up selling it for $135. Okay, so he was here. As time goes by, the only people entering the market are new buyers. This buyer was an out-of-town buyer. Okay, this was an eclectic property to start with. It was a 7-bedroom home, and they don't make 7-bedroom families anymore. So it was a bit of a tough sell in any market. Okay, but he caught the market downturn, and it was like just catching a falling knife. And I had it for quite some time before I got it sold. And I even said, hey, I even offered to give it back. I'm like, hey, do you want to hire somebody else? He says, no, I like it and everything. And lo and behold, it sold for $135. Okay, so anyway, hopefully you can learn something from this scenario. But again, your best time on the market is when it's first listed. Okay, so anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. And thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.